think I forgot how to make videos like this. I'm no good without my props, you know. I love the juicing videos because I'm very comfortable when I've got, you know, something to work with. But anyways, I had a request for one of these types of videos, walking head. I call these walking head videos. I'm at Benicia State Park doing some exploring. I like to get out and explore. I think it's very good for you to do that, especially like when you move into a new area. If you're like me, you're definitely looking for new parks. This one's pretty kind of close to the freeway, so I'm not super stoked, but that's all right. I'm going to get out more. I'm going to find the hiking. I miss the woods. I miss the hiking. I miss the quiet and the fresh air. The air is pretty decent here, but anyways, I just took a gnarly spill. Probably see the blood there. I was coming down this hill. It was so funny. I was like thinking as I'm walking down, I was like, wow, I feel so light, because I've been living mostly off just liquids, and like about 80% of my diet is just orange juice. And I was just feeling so light. Of course, I'm toothpick skinny, but that's all right. But it was so funny because I was thinking, oh wow, I feel so light on my feet. I was like bouncing down this real steep embankment. And then right at the bottom where the gravel was, I was going downwards in a momentum. And then on the last step at the bottom, I was trying to, this looks good. I was trying to take a nice little tight little right hand turn, and then I just bit it. The gravel my foot slipped right out from under me, and I just slammed on my hand, and then I slammed right on my hip and my leg, and it was pretty painful for a second. But then I stood up, and you know, right away I was just like, I was really thankful that it wasn't worse or something. You know, it felt kind of good. The pain felt kind of good because, well, I think because of the endorphins for one, because I took a pretty hard spill on my whole right side of my body. But it just felt good to be in my body, to have this body. And then I realized that, wow, you know, as a human being, you're not going to escape. There's going to be pain. It doesn't have to be suffering though, you know. Pain is pain. And as you mature spiritually, you learn to, just keep pressing forward. You know, you got a headache and you got all kinds of issues and stuff, but the world doesn't stop turning, you know. But that being said, sometimes these illnesses and whatnot, people wonder, you know, you've been raw for so long, you're so healthy, why did you get the flu? Well, it was pretty obvious to me that it was my body, not my body, it was my deepest self begging me to stop. Because a couple years ago, I realized, you know, Dan, you can stop running. You know, you don't have to survive anymore. Nobody's trying to hurt you, you know. That was when I was starting to make money on YouTube, and, well, not YouTube, but with my other business, Regenerate Your Life. I mean, it's finally, like right now, I'm like, okay, wow, it looks like I might actually have a relatively steady income, you know. But a couple years ago, I was like, you know, it looks like you're going to do okay, Dan, because so many people have said so many blessings to me. You know, they're like, dude, you do not have to worry about money anymore. And I'm like, you tell that to the, you know, the Washington State child support and stuff like that. That's what I'm thinking. I never got into the raw foods, the healing, and the spirituality for money. I got into it to heal myself, and to this very day. But one thing I found out about the money is that it's so useful. You can get more stuff done. And it does relieve a lot of stress. And so that's been a huge benefit there. But I'm still the same as I was before, wanting to learn how to completely regenerate myself by tapping in. So anyways, I go on these major tangents. I think the point was somewhere on back was that I remember thinking to myself, you can stop running, but then it took me a couple years to actually settle down, and partially thankful to Sophia, you know, because you know how the women are, they want to settle down and nest in, you know, so that's cool. I'd probably still be running if it wasn't for her. Running from what, I have no idea. But I don't need anything, you know. I mean, I'm fine with a piece of crap Chevy S10, a suitcase, and a box of juicers and blenders, you know. I lived in my white truck for 2 years. I was happy as a clam. I would have lived forever like that in the Motel 6. I had my system down, you know. Anyways, now I've actually really stopped running, but that's the reason why sometimes those illnesses are gifts, messages from our deeper self, you know. To slow the F down, dummy, because I just kept running. I kept thinking I needed to say yes when I really wanted to say no and go somewhere and just quietly rest. And now I see now that I think I've been living in this house for coming up on a couple of weeks. And man, I've progressed a lot. It may not be, you know, obvious or whatever on the YouTube videos or anything like that, but to me, I see so much possibility for my spiritual development, which is the most important thing to me, you know. Growing the energy inside of me. When you grow the energy inside of you, everything on the outside sort of heals itself, including the body. But it takes some time to cultivate that energy. You've got to really give up a lot of the old conditioned habits of society. Christmas, Thanksgiving, I mean, there's like 2 months of your life where you basically don't do anything but get fatter, you know? Because everybody just eats chocolate, sits around, consumes, you know? And it's debaucherous, you know? But it's only debauchery from one level. It's like, oh, I love my family hanging out and it's a great time to just pig out and it's fun, right? But if you look at it from another way, it's like you miss like a day of opportunity to like grow spiritually, because you'll never be successful as a glutton. You know, you'll never have true success in life as a glutton. You won't live long. And I think that the vast majority of humans would be surprised at how little the human organism can actually thrive on. But anyways, yeah, I started just drinking just a little bit of juice, and I've gotten more done in the last few weeks. The month of January basically started on a liquid plan. It just sort of didn't really plan it. It just sort of happened, you know. And most of that's been literally just orange juice, you know. A couple of lemon ginger blasts, and then a little bit of like some green herbal soup at night. Anyhow, obviously no major like topic to go over, but I had a request and it sounded cool. It's been a while since we've been able to get the chi moving here and speaking, while you see the, you know, the world go by. It's always a message of love here from Dan the Man, and a few little tidbits and nuggets for you to pick up on, so that you can, I guess one of the main things that strikes me in my mind is the thing about the illness always being a gift. To look at something. Cancer is like a gift from your deepest self that says, hey, look at this. Look at something. You need to look at this. You need to address this. You need to change something, because this energy is just stagnant and it's killing you. And you're not looking at it. You're not willing to look at it and release it. Any other types of illness too, you know, like the flu. My being was just like, dude, you please stop. And I felt so crappy that was the deciding factor to get a house, believe it or not. And so it ended up being a huge gift. You know, and now that I'm like, wow, I've never really had my own place, but now I'm like outfitting it. I got a desk last night. I'm gonna get a bed here. I gotta save up a little bit for a bed, but you know, and we're gonna do some retreats, so I gotta get a bunch more beds, towels, sheets, you know, and plates and silverware, and it's gonna be cool. You know, it's gonna take a little bit of a while to get it set up, but once I do, it should be fun. You know, it's fun already. I bought a vacuum, and I never thought I'd be so damn excited about a vacuum. Bought a vacuum, I've been vacuuming all the old construction debris out of the house so I can put some plants in my kitchen, and cleaned up all the cupboards with the vacuum. It's been real nice. Anyhow, just another DTM walking head. Thank you for watching this video. There's so many things to address, you know, that I just tend to just ramble on. And I could go on, and I'd love to talk about all kinds of stuff. I won't even mention anything, because then you'll say, yeah, talk about that. Yeah, talk about that. I got so many videos, ideas coming up. Regeneration Nation's coming up. That's going to be the HD, DTM and HD over there on Regeneration Nation. Just as a, you know, just to make it more cool for the people who are joining the membership site, you know. A lot of recipes I'll do over there. I'll do spiritual videos, book reviews, restaurant reviews, cool stuff on Regeneration Nation. I got to get out of here. So I'll catch up with y'all soon. Thanks for watching the video. Peace.